It is somehow already November. It's almost the end of the year, but here's another month for us to sit down and figure out what we plan to read this month. We did pick out a lot of cozy kind of fall books. We also do have a few books that we both want to read together. So we're just going to go ahead and go over some of the books we want to read in November.
Call me crazy, but I always associate November with like orange, bronze, gold type of colors. So I think a trend for all of these fall books for me, they kind of all have the same color scheme going on, but that's fine. Up first, I have Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I've been waiting to read this one for November specifically, so I can't wait to get into it. This is the one that has like a really dream-like feeling. So basically, we're gonna follow Piranesi. He's gonna walk us through his house. We're gonna figure out and kind of explore this world and this alternative reality. I think it's gonna be perfect to start out the month. It looks like a small enough read that it could just like jumpstart all the fall books I'm gonna read. On the back, it does say it's a miraculous and luminous feat of storytelling, at once a gripping mystery, and adventure through the brilliant new fantasy world, and deep meditation on the human condition. I can't wait to read it. I do have high hopes for it though. It also won an award.
I do want to read a Mariana Zapata book again. I'm gonna pick All Roads Lead Here. I did read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me a long time ago, and there was just something about it where I didn't connect to it. I think I'd probably like this one more because it is a small town romance, and I do tend to really enjoy small town romance books. Aurora knows moving back to a place that was once home isn't going to be easy. Starting your whole life over probably isn't supposed to be, but a small town in the mountains might be the perfect remedy for a broken heart. This is giving this is giving Virgin River.
Oh, okay.
And I love Virgin River, so I'm ready for this.
A book we both definitely need to read this month is Circe by Madeline Miller. Tell me this isn't giving November. Look at these covers.
I mean, your cover is gorgeous compared to my banged up book.
This is the epitome of November. We absolutely love The Song of Achilles. There's no reason we shouldn't have read this one already. And I guess we were just waiting for the perfect time. And this November seems like the perfect time. This is another book based on Greek mythology. We don't want to read too much of the synopsis because we mostly want to go into it blind.
The bottom does say Circe must summon her strength and choose once and for all whether she belongs with the gods she is born from or the mortals that she has come to love.
I'm ready to see what's she gonna decide. We honestly just love Madeline Miller's writing in The Song of Achilles. We can't wait to get to this one. We've heard great things, so this is definitely on the list for this month.
Next I have Five Survive by Holly Jackson. I did just finish the whole entire Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy and I absolutely loved it. This is her more recent release. I know you read it and I know you loved it. I was supposed to do a buddy read for it and now I'm ready to do that buddy read. I know this book does take place in one setting and I don't know if I'm a complete fan of that yet, but I guess we'll figure it out. It says 8 hours, 6 friends, and 5 survive. Holly Jackson writes such perfect YA mystery thrillers, so I'm sure this one is going to be fantastic. And honestly, now after finishing the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, I'm just ready to move on to some of her other work.
Speaking of authors we love, you guys know we love Adrienne Young. I have to read this one this month, and it is The Unmaking of June Farrow. This is one of her most recent releases as well. I do own Spells for Forgetting by her, but I haven't read it yet. So if this ends up being my first adult book by her, I'm interested to see how I'm gonna like it compared to her YA books. The top says a woman risks everything to end her family's century-old curse, solve her mother's disappearance, and find love in this mesmerizing novel. Adrienne Young delivers a brilliant novel of romance, mystery, and a touch of the impossible, a story you will never forget, and I believe it. I think this will be like a fun mystery with a little touch of romance, so I can't wait to read it because I love Adrienne Young.
I do want to read All the Light We Cannot See. So many of you guys have said you've absolutely loved this book, and the series is coming out on November 2nd. So I need to get on it already. I really don't know too much about it other than that it's a historical fiction. Surprisingly, every historical fiction book that I've read I've absolutely loved, so I'm honestly ready to get to another one, and this one just feels like the perfect one since I'll be able to watch the series right after reading it.
I don't know why it's taken me this long to read this book, but I know that this is the month because it's orange. So I'm finally going to start A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Honestly, it's just been a long time coming. I think I had wanted to finish Throne of Glass before I jumped back into the spin-off of ACOTAR, and I'm done with that, so now I can finally start it. I think this one will be a perfect fall read. After this, I can make my way through the Crescent City series, which I've been waiting to do, but honestly, I'm just excited to read and learn more about Nesta. Obviously, in the ACOTAR series, we don't necessarily get a lot from her, we don't necessarily love her, but I know that after reading this, everyone is a huge fan of her, so I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to know all of the references because I always see them and I never understand them. I'm just really excited to start this one. I'm hoping Az gets a spin-off book soon, but I'm interested to dive back into this world after reading Throne of Glass and seeing how they're going to compare.
Another book we both want to read is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This book comes out on November 7th, and we will be reading it. This is the second book from the Fourth Wing series that everybody was going crazy for. Fourth Wing actually was one of our Literal Besties Book Club books, and we absolutely loved it. The lovely Nikki has pre-ordered Iron Flame for both of us, so we are so excited and can't wait to read it. I know the first one, I think we both agreed that there wasn't a lot of world building and there's a lot of unanswered questions, so we are so ready for the second book and we are expecting a lot from it. So I'm just ready to see if we're going to get everything that we want, if the series is just going to continue to get better and better. And I think that second cover is just gorgeous.
This next book, you guys, it's the last time I'm ever gonna mention it. I'm either gonna read it this year or I'm gonna donate it because I'm sick of having this on my shelf unread. It's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Every year around this time, I say I'm gonna read it, and every year, I don't know why, I just put it off and it doesn't happen. I've been wanting to read this book for years. I had started it. I need to continue with it. I'm hoping this will just get me into like the dark academia type of vibe. We're following like a group of students. It says they're under the influence of their charismatic classics professor. So this does say the group of misfits discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. I really hope that I can get myself to start it this year because I do think this is a perfect time of year to read something like this. Guys, force me to read it, please. I hate saying every year I'm gonna read it and then don't.
I do want to read The Right Move by Liz Tomford. Her third book just came out and I'm still not caught up yet, and there's no reason for that because the first book, Mile High, I loved so much. I think I gave it a 4.75 for no reason. It should have been a 5. This one we're following main character in the first book, her brother, and he's a professional basketball player. I already know who his girl is going to be and I absolutely love her too. And I think it's really fun that Liz Tomford is kind of exploring like multiple sports, so it's something different each book. I know that third book is going to follow baseball and that's just so much fun. So I mean, look at this cover too. I hope she's going to continue doing covers like these because they are just absolutely gorgeous and they sit so nice and pretty on my shelves. I know a lot of people also loved that first book, but so many of you guys were telling me that you actually love the second book even more. So hopefully I feel that exact way too.
I myself, you guys know, have to read like a darker romance every month, so I've chose 2 possibilities for this month. We have Deviant King by Rena Kent. This is the first book in the Royal Elite series that I've been waiting to start. This is the one that's like a dark high school romance, but then the series is really long, so we see them like grow up together. I really don't know too much about the plot, but I know he's like the bad boy and she might be the good girl, so I'm excited for this one. But I also have Twisted Games by Anna Huang as an option. Honestly, I've been waiting to read this book for the color. I was like, oh, okay, if I'm gonna read it, it's gonna be in November. We did not really love book 1 in the Twisted series. We have a reading vlog on it, but we're not so nice about it. So we've heard that as the series goes on, it gets better. We know this one, it's following a new couple. We do think this one is a bit of a forbidden romance, and I think she's a princess, so that might add some kind of like fantasy-esque qualities to the book. Maybe that'll mean I'll like it more, we'll see. But I definitely want to read like one of these this month. We'll see which one it ends up being.
We both want to read Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I mean, this one has been talked about so much. I've honestly seen a lot of mixed reviews.
Oh, I think I've seen like pretty good things about it.
The back says a novel of high fantasy and low stakes. After a lifetime of bounties and bloodshed, Viv is hanging up her sword for the last time. The battle-weary orc aims to start fresh, opening the first ever coffee shop in the city of Thune. But rivals old and new stand in the way of success, not to mention the fact that no one has had the faintest idea of what coffee actually is. This is already so cute. It's like the perfect fall book. We just looked it up and actually the second book, Bookshops and Bone Dust, comes out November 7th as well. So hopefully we love it and then maybe we can take a trip to Barnes & Noble and pick it up. We'll see.
So guys, lastly, of course, we have to do our blind book picking. We're down to the last 2 books. We only have November and December. We're gonna go ahead and pick for each other to see what blind book we're gonna be reading this month. I will pick for Amanda, as always. I can't believe we only have 2 books left.
I know, I've completely forgotten what we have here, so.
Me too. Okay, you got number 10.
I don't have a 10.
No, yeah, I do.
Oh. Right. Oh, please be good. What is it?
Ooh! Ooh.
Okay, another Christina Lauren, The Soulmate Equation. Honestly, this is perfect. I just read a Christina Lauren book, The House, so I think it's perfect to go ahead and read another Christina Lauren book. The Soulmate Equation is one that has been on my radar and on my physical TBR for way too long. Honestly, too, I have loved every single book that I've read by Christina Lauren, too, so I can't even be mad about this. I'm so ready. We have your two books right here. Go ahead and mix up
The last two
the
pieces
last
of paper.
two. Let's see what we got. Number 5. All right, let's see.
Oh my god, it's heavy. I hope it's nothing crazy.
Take your time.
I don't know why it takes me so long to rip it open. What is... No freaking way. I completely forgot about this book. This is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. I might have butchered that name, but this is book 1 in the Seven Realms series. Maybe this is a bad idea to pick Silver Flames for this month because this fantasy series I've heard amazing things about, but it's gonna be a lot getting into it. Honestly though, I'm kind of glad this is gonna force me to start it because I think it would have just sat on my shelf forever if it wasn't for this. Let me read a little bit off the back. I don't really know what the story is about. It says that we're gonna be following a thief named Han. The only thing of value he has is something he can't sell. He's worn a thick silver cuff engraved with ruins that give him magic. We're also following a princess. I think her name is Reza. It says she is become eligible for marriage after her 16th name day. She, though, aspires to be a legendary warrior. Her mother has other plans for her, plans that include a suitor who goes against everything the queendom stands for. The Seven Realms will tremble when the lives of Han and Reza collide in this stunning page-turner from best-selling author Cinda Williams Chima. A little bit intimidated by this one though, I won't lie.
Okay, so these are all the books that we hope we can read in November, plus more.
We're also going to be reading our book club book for the month. You guys voted for this one, so we will be reading that as well. We can't wait to read it with you guys. Make sure to join our book club if you haven't already. That link is in the description.
Let us know in the comments if you've read any of these books and your thoughts on them, and also let us know what you're most excited to read in November.
That's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. That might go in there. Who knows? Who knows?
You have your tag on.
No!
The Kohl's sale.
Straight from Kohl's. Come on, November. Okay. What? You got a Charlie horse? Is it a cramp?
No, I got a cramp in my calf.
Forget it. The top says a woman with... Oh, not whisks. Go ahead. Okay.
I do want to read All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Door?
I
thought my mom was sending me that Mio Ventimiglia died, and that's Jess.
Oh my god, I would've freaked out.
I know, but it's okay. He's just married.
Okay, we're good. This one, it's been a long time coming, but oh my god, I had to.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Okay.
We're gonna be late to our sprint.
I know. Okay.
Oh, isn't a new one coming out in like December? Bookshops and Bone Dust.
When does that come out?
November 7th?
Oh.
Oh my god.
They said Iron Flame, I'm gonna give you a run for your money.
Oh my god. Okay, so we needed to start this today.
I mean, I can't be mad. It's heavy though. Feel this book.
Oh wow.
Is it not?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.